Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1937 Remington Deluxe Noiseless vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. Helps you guide the page in straight. We're going to line that up with the edge of the platen. And these in front are your paper fingers that help hold the page down. And behind this flip panel is the margins and the tabs. We're just going to set the left margin after the paper finger so that way it doesn't get stuck on it when we type. And the same concept with this one, we're going to put that before this paper finger. And these paper fingers are also adjustable, so you can, I just like to line them right up on the edge. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, there's a switch right here. You flip it down 1, skips 2, 1 more, skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. This is an excellent condition typewriter. If the feet mounts underneath weren't in bad condition, I would say the whole thing is almost mint condition. But as you can see, these feet mounts have been melted. It still sits sturdy, but for that very reason, this is not a mint condition. When I took it out of the box that I bought it from, it looked like it was brand new, like it's never been used. But there's like little wear and tear underneath there. There's a bar that's kind of chip and paint a little bit. And it's almost 100 years old, so it's really rare to see one in this good condition. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on here. You flip it back, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that forward before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Backspace on the left side here, that works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear it, just hit the shift button again. Tab function, you flip the panel back and it has these little inserts. And you just put them anywhere you want on this rack, and that rack has a scale on it so you know exactly where you'll stop. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs. And when you hit the tab button on the right here, you'll stop at each one of those tabs. That works good, very smooth. Margin release above that, get to the end of the margin. There's a locking mechanism so the keys don't hit the platen or the page. So if you hit that margin release, it will allow you to type past that block. That works good. All the brand new ribbons loaded on this left side, so it's pulling to the right. To switch the direction, you just push that button there. It'll start pulling to the left clockwise. The button on this side, push it in, it'll start pulling to that side, which is the way we want it to pull right now. This is your color selector switch. Right now it's on the top blue, which prints the top portion of the ribbon. If you put it in the middle, the ribbon vibrator doesn't go up at all, so they call that a stencil. It just doesn't print anything. And if you have it down on the red, it'll print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Right now we have a solid black ribbon, so you don't really need to use that unless you want to double use your ribbon. But if you had a black and red ribbon, the red would be on the bottom, and that's how you'd use it, and it works good on this model. Touch control on the right side here. Low is all the way up top. It's the L right there. If you move it down, this increases the tension. When you hit the keys, they respond faster, but you just got to hit them a little harder. So that's for more advanced typers. This has a locking mechanism on the carriage, so when you have it in the case, you don't damage your escapement. So it's also called a escapement throwout. You have to push this down and push in the knob at the same time, and it'll lock it right there in the middle. And to unlock it, you just pull the knob out again. But as you can see, the carriage is locked, but just pull that knob, it'll unlock it. This is your carriage release. Allows you to control the carriage freely, very smooth. Carriage release on that side, smooth too. And if you push this button in, on the knob, it'll disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. If you leave it out, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.